What's up, everybody? So, what's going on, world? Hi, Air Options. I'm here at like 12:06, Jersey in the Poconos. What's going on? I have not seen you in a long time. I've been trying to keep my word, and it's at the very tail end because I said I was gonna come live every Wednesday. But you know what? It's Thursday a.m. and I just wanted to update and give my point of view. You see the title? Is Kanye West crazy? Or do he just not give a fuck? Okay? That's what I want to know. Is Kim Kardashian West really a whore? Or she just wasn't raised to be whole? That's what I really want to know. Who shot Meg? I know that sounds crazy, corny, right? But for real, that's the question. Drea Michelle seems to know what happened. In her mind, she has it planned out. That, it was just a Whitney and Bobby type of situation. Meg wanted to leave the car. Tory liked her real bad, so he shot her because she tried to leave. Apparently, Megan Thee Stallion did not like that. As some of you may know, she's been real quiet lately. But this was enough to get her to speak up. So, just wanted to come on and just kick it real fast. And let's just talk. Because I really want to know, what do y'all really feel about Kanye West? Kanye West has been on a rant lately. Obviously, they've been saying that he's going to run for president. I never really doubted he would do it, but I never really believed that he would follow through. I knew he's going to get backlash. Kanye West reminds me of somebody close to me. Okay? They will tell you exactly how they feel in the moment. They do not hold their tongue. And if in the moment they feel like they want to keep it real and say whatever mood they're in and however they want to speak, they will speak. Hey, Surefire. I miss you too, Hair Options. And I'm glad that you're here. And thank you. And y'all, I have not been on the camera. I will be. I just braided my hair. I've been putting plaits in my hair since Sunday. So I am actually tired. And yeah. So that's why I haven't been on the camera. I've been braiding my hair. And I just, like I said, it's just easier this way. But miss y'all and glad y'all are back. And I do want to know. I'm really curious to know, what do y'all feel about Kanye West? Like I said, I know somebody like Kanye, very outspoken, says how he feels, does not bite his tongue, speaks sometimes, most times, says whatever is on his mind, does not really think about how he's going to feel the next day, when the energies change. But somehow, in some way, and I know which way it is, it's God, okay? I feel love and I care and I'm concerned about Kanye West. One thing about Kanye, he's a brilliant man. He's very, very talented. Very talented. His last album he put out, I actually loved his last album. A lot of people loved this album. Kanye has a way with people that makes them love him. He's just a lovable person. He's that guy. He's that brother. He's that cousin. He's that to some uncle that, you protect. You know who he is. There's nothing hidden about him. You know what to expect. But all the more you love him, all the more. So, yeah, I just want to know. Surefire says he's disrespectful, arrogant, and rude. Okay. Thank you for letting me know what you feel about him. And, yes, he can be. He left a lot of different rants, but before I get into all that, to keep it moving, I want to just update, because I did talk about Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Not only me, a lot of people talked about Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. And like I said, Drea Michelle from Love and Hip Hop, she used to be a stripper, and that's what I know her as. That's what she debuted herself as, a woman that danced. And not only a stripper, she's a dancer. I think it's a certain art with what she do. The pole and all, and the splits and the this and the that, and she has the body of a ballerina, in my opinion. But anyway, she came out in an interview and she said how she felt about the situation. So let me just get right to that, if I can find it fast enough. Let's see here. And shout out to T Surf Code who put the footage out. Well, this is the first person that I saw that put the footage out, because there's a lot of people that did that. Okay, so I'm gonna just pull that up real quick. Let me make sure it's here. Okay. And make sure that it's gonna work. Hold on. Let me see something, y'all, because I don't see the picture, but let's see. 1 second here. There we go. Okay, no. So I'm having a little bit of issues playing this thing. Sometimes it acts up. While I'm trying to fix that, I wanted to also bring up something, because I always talk about politics. I think that it's just part of life. It's me. It's what's going on. It's what's going on. And one thing that I found crazy that was said when it comes to Trump, he's putting out federal agents, FBI agents that are attacking protesters, that are attacking protesters over in Portland. He issued them also, and I see nothing but a blank screen. I don't know what's going on, but he also issued out federal agents to go out to Portland. He's also going to send them out to Chicago. I wonder how y'all feel about that. To be honest with you, I feel like that at this point, I don't like Trump, can't stand him, don't agree with most of everything he says. One thing I can say, it's been too many killings in Chicago. Today it was reported that, I think did they say Sunday, that someone came to a funeral and shot up people at a funeral. So at this point, with all the, 200 murders now within this past month that's been taking place with kids and everything, I feel like that's probably the best thing. Since they can't get it together, then it's the best thing for them is to just go ahead and pull out the armed forces at this point. Yeah, I'm having some technical difficulties with that, and it's not bringing up what I needed to bring up all of a sudden. Let me see here. Let me see here. What is going on? Like, hold on, y'all, because that may change all plans, because I'm not doing it with this thing tonight. But let me see what you're saying. Hair Option says, I wonder if it's material or if he's just tired of the bull. Oh, you said, I wonder if it's mental. You know, I think it's both. I'm saying obviously, but I'm not saying it to you. I'm just saying to all of us, because I think it's about, some people can't accept the fact, like me. I know he has a mental issue. He said he had a mental issue. He's showing signs of a mental issue. The manic, the mania, the depression, the crying, the outbursts. I think it's uncontrollable. But this is what I think. I think sometimes fear is a culprit of many destructive patterns and things. Fear can lead to a person thinking something's going to happen so much. Let's just put Kanye picture up, because the other thing ain't working. So y'all, it's going to change my plans. Yeah, fear causes a lot of issues, causes you to fear things that can happen. That's not necessarily the case. I'll tell you what I did. I went, my spirit, because I'm an empath, I empathically pick up feelings of people's emotions strongly, sometimes that manifest to physical pain, to the point where I might feel something. And it's all about discernment and just being able to feel. So I am a person that I understand. You know, I understand. I always liked Kim Kardashian. I still do like Kim Kardashian, but it took this thing for Kanye out of his mouth to tell me, despite of what people say, despite of how people feel about Kim, I can't judge her off of a Ray J porn tape when every time I look on Instagram, I see women basically showing their thongs, twerking, having surgeries done to enhance their butt, like getting fake breasts. I can't judge Kim off that personally. I can't judge her only and not judge everybody else, because it's a lot of stuff we do. We do a lot of things. So me as an empath, me as a person that spiritually connects with people, and I understand, I don't know everything. And I always say, I may not know, but I feel. And my feelings are important. So when they say fuck your feelings, I don't subscribe to that, because my feelings, I have a gift of feeling. Some of you have a gift of feeling when you are able to just instinctively understand people. It makes you more compassionate, patient, sometimes not patient, because you feel people, you pick up on their emotions. Some people call it psychic. Some people, hey, discernment, clairvoyant. But at the end of the day, that has kept me able to understand Kim Kardashian, to pick up, she's a beautiful woman. So I did go on Kanye's Instagram immediately, because my spirit, God, I felt led to do it, to pray for him, to tell him, Kanye, you are worrying me. You're worrying us. Okay. And also tweet him, because Kanye was going back and forth with tweets. When you read his tweets, though, what I picked up, beyond mental hair options, I felt like Kanye West he was angry. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. People are in relationships. We know what it is when you arguing with your man, your mate, your woman. We know what it is. We know what they did to tick us off. They know how to upset us. We can't make people be like us. We are two bodies trying to come together and agree, and we're just not the same person. So Kanye and Kim, although are very compatible, even if you look at astrology, very compatible. Okay, if we take it there, Gemini and Libras are air signs. They understand each other on an intellectual level. They're hand in glove. They know each other. They complement each other very well. That's what keeps them mended together. But it also can be harmful. But yes, I understood Kim for a very long time. I actually watched the Kardashians for probably throughout their entire shows, except the last one. I did. So when Kanye talked about how he first mentioned that Kim wanted to get an abortion, then he wanted to get an abortion, so both of them basically thought of aborting Nick North. Then he said Kim got the pill. He said no. They both was back and forth on what they wanted to do as far as have the child. What I got from Kanye, I'm a little bit irritated that my thing ain't working, because I'm visual and I like to show what I'm talking about. I don't just like to talk, and it's not acting right now. But what I get from what I got from that, what I got from hearing him talk about North, this is what's bothering him. Because even when he was doing the rally, he got really emotional. He cried when he talked about his mom and how his mom saved him. How his dad, he said, wanted to abort him. And his mom did not let that happen. His mom saved him while his dad was busy. Kanye bawled. He cried. People, before I even watched that video, I listened to people, because they was the first people I heard. I heard it on blogs. I saw it on videos. It was all over the media. Until I finally listened today. I didn't want to listen. I just could not listen, because I didn't want to hear nothing that was going to make me feel cringe. But when I watched it, I actually did not cringe. I actually understood. Kanye was talking about his child, his mother, the family. You hear him often talk about his family. People get sick of him talking about his mom, I think. People sometimes say, it's been a long time. Look, I lost my dad. I lost my stepdad last year. My stepfather. My dad, I lost him years ago. And you just, sometimes you don't grieve right away. Sometimes it comes out, listen, it's true. Everybody grieves differently. You don't have to. You can go to a funeral. When I went, I was shocked how I held up. I was daddy's little girl, okay? And when my dad passed away, I had the peace of God. Now I knew what that scripture meant, that I will give you the peace that passes all understanding. That's when it made sense to me. Before, it was words that I believed in, and I just know it's true because God said it in his word. But when I actually lived it, then it made sense. Those scriptures became life to me. And I understood. So when Kanye was up there, oh, my bad. When Kanye was up there, when he was talking about his mom, and he got very emotional, he also was talking about his daughter. We didn't know he didn't go on a rant at that time. This was before he went on Twitter. Obviously, they was already arguing. Obviously, there was already disagreements. There was already dissension. So we're not going to act like Kanye just come out the blue and he's just having a mood swing. No, things transpire. Even when it comes to me. Even when it comes to me. Even when it comes to you. You don't just get upset. There is there's several things that happen before you get upset. Just like you with your partner, your man, your woman, and you tell them what you need from them, and they continue to ignore and avoid and don't hear you. After a while, you just get tired of saying it, you get turned off, and you don't want to give them none no more. And they wonder why I don't turn you on. Well, you don't listen to me. You just can't physically turn me on. You have to intellectually stimulate me, and you have to listen to me. We all like certain things. So what I feel is with Kanye, I feel like Kim is not, now the title says, is she a whore or is she just not whole? The reason I say that is because I talked to Kanye and I didn't get a conversation back, obviously, but I know Kanye heard me, because as I begin to tell him the blood, because we speak, I said, Kanye, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do the with Kim, he was tweeting that Kim was gonna turn his daughter into a Playboy chick, baby, put her on, you know what I'm trying to say, put her in shoots, Playboy shoots, and he's not having it. Kanye is going through something, but it's not just out of the blue. It's not out of the blue. And when I say Kim is not whole, she wasn't raised like us, Kanye. Your mom, my mom, our family, we was raised first to love and fear God. What we did after that, we did after that. But at the end of the day, when we lay down and we go to sleep, the last thing we think about is, what did I do today that if I don't wake up, I know I'm all right with God. I'm telling you. So I went in his DM. I said these things. I prayed to him. And this is why I'm telling you all that. Because I believe in Jesus Christ. I said, in the name of Jesus, Kanye. And I prayed for him. And so after that, I started seeing him tweet in the name of Jesus. Look, if we have this understanding, not just Kanye and me, Kanye maybe and you and me, maybe we all of us that are linked, that know the Lord, and we stay with knowing him. Because there's so many people that don't believe in him, and I don't judge people that don't believe in Jesus. I don't look down on them. I'm not mad at them. I don't want to convince them, because that means more Jesus for me. I don't care about the stigmatism. Is Jesus white? Is Jesus black? I always thought he was Jewish. Maybe that was because they put pictures of Jesus as Jewish. But I always also knew, when I read in Revelations, that his feet are as bronze, his hair is as wool, his eyes are as a fiery furnace. Then I'm like, this dude is black. So it never really mattered to me. Not to get off track, but because I know the sensitivity of this subject, I know people will already say Jesus is not. I'm not here to debate. Like I said, I don't argue with people. I still love you. I still care for you. I don't want to convince you. You believe what you want. We are entitled. We have a soul. We can choose, and that's it. But I knew that when I heard Kanye, I knew that there was something deeper. It's not just Kanye going off. Nobody just does that. Let's take a look at it. When I look at the Kardashians, I see how they are. They're women, a bunch of feminine energy. My mother would never let me be in no Playboy. My mother would. That's the type of mother that is. That is the type of you was raised in that. Kanye wasn't raised like that. Kanye fell. I told Kanye, you fell for a beautiful woman. You were seduced. We all are like that. We fall for the ones. We fall for the ones that we know that ain't right for us. And we fight and we battle within ourselves, because we know we can't change them. We know that we don't want to leave them. We feel trapped. We feel entangled. That word, entangled. And that's what makes Kanye angry. That's what makes Kanye go off. When I say, or he just don't give a F, he just don't give a F. And I know what that's like. But I said, Kanye, now make sure that, I don't remember how I said it, but watch what you say, because tomorrow you're going to have to face the Kanye, the different Kanye, when you're not in that same energy. I just I feel like spiritually we're connected. Spiritually, this is nothing out of there. Nothing all the way out on the moon. This is real. This is our brother. We are in the moment, in the movement of murder amongst black on black crime. We have murder physically, verbally, mentally, and not on, of course, racism. We are dealing with all of that. This is not a moment for me to tear Kanye down. Yes, Kanye said that Harriet Tubman did not free slaves. That what he say? That Harriet Tubman did not free slaves. He said, let me see what he said. First, he said the most racist thing that's ever been said out loud is the idea that if Kanye ever runs for president, he'd split the black votes. And I remember that being said, and I even thought it myself because that's what I heard. I heard people saying that when Kanye announced that he was going to run for president, people were saying that he's just splitting the black vote because he don't want Biden to win. He wants to help Trump. And I considered that because not out of the blue, because Kanye had the MAGA hat on in the beginning. Kanye was, in my opinion, Ye wanted to kind of get in with Trump, in my opinion, because Jay-Z, his brother that hurt him the most in the industry, was cool with Obama, President Obama, and former President Obama wasn't really linked with and out in the media like that with Kanye. So I thought that's what that was. But for him to come out, he said the most racist thing that's ever been said out loud is the idea that if Kanye ever runs for president, he split the black votes. Then he said after that, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people. Now, I had I have stuff to show y'all, but the thing ain't acting right. So let's try one more time. Now, Lil Choppa, he's a rapper. He said that what Kanye was, I'm going to try to remember it. He said that what Kanye was trying to say was that, although, and I'm paraphrasing, although Harriet Tubman freed slaves to get out of slavery, that they ended up still working for the white man, still we weren't owning stuff. Nope, did not own lands, still, getting locked up, still could not have guns. My thing is, the systemic racism that exists kept us from actually ruling. Can y'all imagine what it would be like if black people ever got what we really asking for? You ever thought about it? What would that feel like if we was the head and not the tail? As far as we are the head and not the tail, but if we was owning like they owning. Like I saw today on Google, I think they said 50 of the richest men in the world. And I didn't see one black person. I didn't see one Asian person. I just saw white. You know what I'm saying? To keep it real. Not to be racist, but to keep it real. That's what I saw. So imagine if we was getting that. Like, how would we manage? How would we feel right? Like, of course we'll feel right, but how would they feel? They would feel so angry, so jealous, so envious. So what Kanye was saying, he didn't say it. What I would hope that Kanye start doing is not only tell your feelings, but articulate them and tell us why you feel like. Tell us the why. Why did you say that? Why do you say that Harriet Tubman never free slaves? Don't just make those broad, bold statements, and you don't give us the. We want the three opinions to go with, the three facts to back you up. We want your perspective, but back it up with your own facts. The Truth Show put out something really interesting, and she related back to when Kanye said, I'm still trying to fix this real fast. She related back to when Kanye said that slavery was a choice. When Kanye said slavery was a choice, it's not working. Okay. It's just going to get on my nerves, so forget it. When Kanye said slavery was a choice, she talked about how it was a choice because she showed examples of back then when there were some slaves that got angry and they started murdering, they started murking. She showed that. And so what Kanye was really trying to say, I don't think he really expressed it. Yo, I'm not too cool with this right now because it's not showing. Okay, It's really getting taking me there for real. Let me see something real fast. I don't know why it was working. Now it's just not going to work. Oh, there we. Thank you. Now, so I won't be bored out of my mind because I don't want to bore y'all, but I want to thank y'all for coming to the chat. I miss y'all. Derek Tyler says Kanye is dangerous. If you ask me, he's a walking time bomb. And Derek, you know what? I can understand why you say that. And he's very dangerous because he needs. I believe that he really have to think before he speaks. And also tell us the why. Don't just say, tell us the why. And I will be telling him that when I'm spiritually led now. I don't want him to tell me leave him alone. But anyway, tell us why you feel that way. So what you see on the screen is Meg Thee Stallion, because that's when I was trying to fix it. This here, to just tell you what this is since it's up. This is with Drea, hold up, Felia, make sure you hear. Drea Michelle, the stripper I was telling y'all remember her? Was talking about when she was in an interview, she's going to explain, because we don't know what happened with Meg and Tory Lanez. We just know that Tory Lanez and Tory had his quarantine Instagram lives, just having a good time, and then he had Meg on there dancing. Next thing you know, Meg chilling with him, and they both looking at us on the camera together. Then they hanging out deep. They go to a party that she ends up either shot or had a glass in her foot, because there were two stories. So here's what Drea Michelle said. Hopefully you can hear this.
I'll take it.
I predict that they had some.
I don't hear anything. What's
and Whitney love that drove them down this snapped-esque type of road, and I'm here.
Hold on.
For it.
Why don't I hear anything? Can y'all hear me? Can hear me, but I can't hear nothing. I'm telling you, when you go live, right? Every damn thing be trying to happen. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, let's see if this will fix it. Let me see. Hold up, y'all. Hold up.
I like that. I want you to like me so much
you.
you shoot me in the foot too.
I hope.
But as long
What
as,
the whoa?
Wait, no, that is very Drea-like.
Drop a grenade.
Oh.
What the? You what?
Me so much that if I'm trying
I'm gonna
to get
rewind
out the
that so
car
you can hear
and
what
you're
she's
like, no,
saying.
sit your fucking ass
She
in the
repeats.
car, and I'm
She
like,
repeats.
Let me see
no.
if I can. Can y'all hear me? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Adam. Thanks, Tommy. Thank everybody for coming, guys. Y'all be up late, huh? Like me. Are y'all on the East Coast, West Coast? Where you at? You out there? Thank you, Derek. Where you at? All right, let's see. Because I want you to tell me.
I'll take it.
I predict that they had some sort of Bobby and Whitney love that drove them down this snapped-esque type of road, and I'm here for it. I like that. I want you to like me so much you shoot me in the foot too. Like,
But as long
What
as,
the whoa?
Wait, no, that is very Drea-like.
Drop a grenade. What the? You what?
I want you to like me so much that if I'm trying to get out the car and you're like, no, sit your fucking ass
She
in the
repeats.
car, and I'm
She
like,
repeats.
no, nigga, I'm fucking getting out the car.
Okay, so that was what Drea Michelle said. She was viral on Twitter, and this is what Meg said. Meg has not said anything in a minute. She said, dumb B. Look, I'm trying not to cuss so much. It's crazy. Dumb bitch. That shit ain't fucking funny. Who the fuck jokes about getting shot by a nigga? That's what Meg said. And she said, and fuck all those whole ass niggas making jokes about it too. Middle finger up. I talk about shit when I get ready. All right, so that's not good acting skills. However, that's what Meg said. Now, I don't know. This is strange to me that it's for real that it's taking so long. Is what's strange. For her to say anything. What I initially thought is that you don't want to snitch on Tory. Because, when you start developing for situationships type of friends, when you start developing feelings, you start to care. And so, is that the case? Who knows? The world may never know. Pennsylvania. Okay. Texas. That's what's up. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So let's get back to this since the video's playing. Let me roll right through it here. So that was that for them. What from Black Ink Crew says something that was really true. Okay, and this is the thing. This is the reason I'm bringing this up is because what is right. We've been talking about Black Lives Matter, and I'm still going to talk about the Black Lives Matter because it always matter when you want the racist people or you want white people or Indians or whoever. You want other people to respect you. But what about when when it's time to respect one another? One thing I always see is I see that it's always the black people in the comments. It's always us in the comments. We shouldn't be doing that. That should be the last thing we do. It shouldn't be most of us out there in those comments that's attacking your own. And that's what it was. It was a lot of people that was, laughing and joking about Megan Thee Stallion and who did it. And this is actually what Walt had to say. It's actually, I'm going to read it. Let me see. Walt from Black Ink Crew. Okay. Black Ink Crew, New York. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so what said, y'all really laughing at a black woman getting shot because she's a celebrity? It's funny. Oh, because she's a celebrity, it's funny. Please make sense. Y'all get that right. Y'all get that right. So this is what I respect and shout out. I got to make sure I shoot out these major blogs that I really like and always look at. Make sure y'all go to Instagram and you want to definitely find the latest. If you go to, it's on site with Ra Ali. Beautiful lady. Very, very down to earth. And yes. So yeah, that's what Walt said. And I have to say that I agree with that. And I'm kind of tired of it. I'm kind of over it. I'm sick of seeing every time somebody laughs at somebody black that goes to a misfortune, that it's always a black face in the picture. It's always us. I didn't see the white man that y'all, now when I say y'all, if it don't apply to you, let it fly. But I don't see them in the comments tearing down Meg. I don't see them tearing down Meg. I see brownies and black people. Black people tearing down Meg is what I see most of anything. And the reason I bring it up is because we are in the season. We are in the moment, right? In the present time of trying to get some respect and get what we deserve. So the last thing we should be doing is tearing each other down. So I was glad that Walt, the one that you would least expect, because I did watch Black Ink Crew. And yes, what? He's the artist, or what is the one that everybody else running women around and sleeping with different women. What stuff never be out there on TV like that. That's a real player to me. You don't see him on TV sleeping with this one and that one and getting caught up with this one and that one. What may have been doing his thing, but you never saw it. And if he wasn't, then that makes him even more, to me, a respectful black man. Because he had a daughter. You did see that. He promoted the love he had for his daughter on that show. He showed himself in a good light. I hope and wish the best for Walt. He's a good character on that show. He dealt with alcohol issues on that show, and he also went to AA on that show. So I think he represents a upstanding black man, and I congratulate him and I applaud him, as a matter of fact. So the fact, it does not shock me that he said what he said. Y'all really laughing at a black woman getting shot because she's a celebrity is funny. Please make it make sense. And then he says, I don't give a fuck what happened. Nothing funny about our women getting shot. Because somebody in the comments said, I think they just laughing because supposedly she was beating on him and he's a small man. I don't know. Now, here's my thing right here. This comment, that small man comment. I have to, as a person of empathy, I'm going to empathize because that's me. And to me, if you a person that you carry God's spirit in your chest, then you gotta have empathy, or you ain't. How can you have God and you don't have empathy? Now, we a lot of things. We a sinner, we a repenter, we a backslider. Sometimes we no good. Sometimes we great. Sometimes we half perfect. We are people. We are human. We make mistakes. But if you can actually, now this mic keeps falling. If you're human, then you should actually be able to empathize and understand and have compassion without trying in your heart. Love should be there. Forgiving should be there. Mercy should be there. Grace should be there. Those types of, they are symptoms of you having God. Those are signs. Those are evidences. Those are little hints that you really are a man or a woman that have God in you. Because God is love. God is not anything of sin. God is perfect. He's pure and he's everything holy. So why am I saying that? Because I'm always talking about him. Because I love him. And when you do, he comes out of your mouth and he comes out of your actions. So yes, he demonstrates that, and the fact that they talk about Tory Lanez, this guy here, who is short. This is my thing, y'all. I'm short. I'm a woman, though, but for a short man, a short man, you already know how that is. They like to talk about them. They like to laugh at them. They make them feel inadequate. So a man like Tory Lanez, who I went over last time I went live, his past. There was an ex in his life that talked about how he stalked her. Talked about how she showed text messages of him, which we would say it looked like a dude that just can't take rejection. But she was actually scared enough to come out and say she was scared and felt threatened. She came out because she felt scared that he would do something to her. The fact that people want to always talk about something that they can't help, like their height. A man is a man of competitiveness. A man compete. Naturally, a man, that's what he do. He competes. They judge men on their physical body, So the fact that this man is always being taunted by his height. I think about all that stuff. Because people don't just come out and they don't just act out. There has to be a consistent thing. I can't think of the word. Things that happen to make you act out. And that's the same thing with Kanye. Kanye's just not acting out of the blue. He don't like what he's seeing. He don't like how... I looked at a picture today of the baby North, his daughter. And the picture showed, I think it was, what's the sister name? What's the sister? The one people like. It's Chloe, damn it, not Chloe, Kendall, Kylie, the other one. Courtney. Courtney took North and her kids, and they went on a vacation. North had red, bright lipstick on. I said, hello. Like, old man. Yes, this is what's wrong with Kanye. He's not just hurt. He's not just having a mania. He's not. He's been telling Kim, I don't want my daughter dressing like a whore like you. Basically, I don't want my daughter being a skank hoe like you. I don't want my daughter, known to be a porn star or a stripper hoe like you. Yes, I fell for you. And yes, I love you now. But this ain't right. Kanye's talking about divorce. He's talking about divorce. Kim, they say, is talking about divorce. But I told Kanye in the comments, just divorce her. Divorce her. God didn't put this together. We always choose stuff and we say what God put together. He didn't put this together. He ain't put this together. Your lust put it together. Kim is a nice looking woman. A lot of people don't think. I think she is. So he went for it. He was attracted to her. There was chemistry. In my opinion, Jay-Z had his Beyonce. So, of course, Ye wanted his Kim. He wanted his trophy. And I don't think Beyonce is just a trophy. Beyonce is beautiful inside out, I believe. And I believe she has substance. She's able to sustain a man. She was raised with a strong mother, a black mother. She was raised with a strong black father. And that's, so Jay-Z ain't just in love with her body. He's in love with her mind and her soul and her heart and her spirit. And I think that Kanye, I think he kind of fell in love with Kim's body. I think he fell in love with her skin. I think he fell in love with her persona. And sometimes, I think also, I don't know, but this is my opinion because I don't know these people personally. I think it was something in her that had depth too. Because like I said, I watched the show. I know that Kim is a person that does have some depth. She's not just a blah. She does have some depth. I do think she kind of is a little bit detached, but that's a Libra. That's an air sign to an extent. Especially when you have, now here I go with astrology, but especially when you have some Scorpio in you. That mystery. And she does. Her mother is. And I can only imagine, me knowing about astrology and stuff, I can only imagine dating somebody in a household of nothing but women with Scorpio in them. I know it's some Scorpios in this house, but ain't nothing wrong with Scorpios. I ain't got nothing against Scorpios, but this is a water sign. This is a emotional energy. This is some type of energy you dealing with. That's emotion. So they say that woman Liv said that her brother dated Kendall, and that when she was around him, she just felt drained. I don't know. I don't get that. So I don't understand that. When I watched the show, I didn't feel drained, or else I wouldn't have watched that show. I don't get that, but I wasn't in their presence. Yeah. What I do see, a lot of superficiality though. A lot of stuff that's about looks and all. Kanye not with that shit. He's not with it. I told him, yay, you ain't with that shit. And I said, Kim, you can't be doing that. We don't do that. We don't do the debate, the little, his daughter in the Playboy. We don't do that. We wasn't raised like that. So that is the problem. There's problems in their relationship that spill over. Now, before we roll out of here, wait a minute. Let me put Kanye back on real quick. I love that picture. Yeah, I think he looks so cute. So nice looking in that picture. And I kind of wish Kanye get back to that place where, and I think we all do, where he kind of had that strength back with him. I feel like now Kanye is just a little bit loose on the lip, and I just want him to, if you're going to speak, make sure you think before you do it. Like, speak before you do it. Think. You are brilliant. You can be smart. Just tell us why you think what you think. And I feel like it's a disturbing disrespect to disrespect Harriet Tubman. That attacks the very everything we was taught. How could you, dude? You going after our history, the woman, our hero, for you to just say that and that was it. No, you can't just leave it there. You have to tell us something. You have to make this thing right. You disrespected us. You disrespected us when you talked about Harriet Tubman. So here's what Lil Choppa said real quick, because now it's showing. I couldn't see it. I could not see it before. You could not see it before. I'm gonna show y'all what Lil Choppa said. This is what Lil Choppa said in regards to what Kanye said about Harriet. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so Lil Choppa, the rapper, said, obviously his name is NLE Choppa. I'm calling him Lil Choppa. He said, I think y'all misunderstood what Kanye said, but at the same time, I don't know till he explained himself. I think he's saying, yes, Harriet Tubman freed the slaves, but we still was under the whites. We didn't own any land, jobs, anything. Basically free in our eyes, but the system's still against us. That, my friend, that is wisdom for me. And I'm glad that Choppa understood Kanye. He also can empathize and be able to relay the message. Tell us more. Don't just tell us, that little bit. You insulted his actual family, his actual her actual great granddaughter came out and came at Kanye. And you don't want to create those enemies, because they are our heroes. So yeah, Choppa was right. And then he said, how we free when they own damn near everything? They put us in the hood so we can fail. Gave us drugs, guns, etc. to land us in jail and treat us like slaves. That is a mouthful. That is depth right there. I know niggas with life sentences over drugs, but seeing pedophiles live in these suburbs free as can be. How many of y'all have family members that's getting years behind? I got one that's spending years behind bars. When they getting out just like that. How can you get a lawyer and you get out for a crime worse than what my family member is in there for? He damn near should have killed somebody for all the years he got. Never did. It wasn't never a murder, but he got charges like a murder. But yet you letting out these people over because they can spend money on a lawyer. So what the fuck's justice for? What is the law system for? Why do we have to obey laws? If I can get a lawyer, I can break this motherfucker, and I can get a lawyer that can just get me out, while the other one that do less than I do has to stay in because they don't have money. This system is all jacked up. So if Kanye would have went in depth and maybe not said that, I wouldn't have said that. That's disrespect to me. But we would have definitely been able to understand what he was trying to say. And I believe what Choppa said, that's what Kanye was trying to say. It just didn't come out that way. Yes, hair options. That white crew broke that brother down. Absolutely. And you know, for the longest time, I guess I did not see it. Like I said, I refuse to judge. I just didn't feel it. Like I feel like people change. I wasn't judging Kim. People can't just tell me she was a whore, okay? Because I know a lot of whores, and I love them. Some of them I don't like though. Some of them just nasty. But I know a lot of women, and I mean, I'm not innocent, I dated multiple guys. It's a lot of us dated multiple guys. We just didn't, our stuff wasn't aired out on the TV. We did a lot of pornographic things. Hey, it's the truth. But so how can I judge a person off that? People said that they terrorize every black man. They want black men. They terrorize black men. They target black men. They want black kids. I never look at things. I have to have more. I had to have more before I say that, because I really don't care that your interest is in a black man. That's your preference. It has nothing to do with me and my reality. Now, when the man start disrespecting the sisters, now that's when I have a problem. If she's disrespecting us, that's when I have a problem. When you think you're gonna throw that, you trying to do that. If you're trying to do that to insult us, we got a problem. But if you fall in love with somebody that's not in your race, that does not have. I mean, so it was never enough for me. I looked at Lamar Odom and Khloe Kardashian. I watched the show. I watched on the show, again, a show, hence. So it was more, of course, that I didn't see. Because at the same time, as I'm watching the show, I didn't know that Lamar was on drugs the whole time. So it's a lot of stuff that I didn't know. Things, even if it's on a show, that you're not going to see. But all I had was that they're on the damn TV. So what do I have? But I saw that people were saying that when Lamar he got with them, but you know what? He got with them, his life changed. When I look at everything, I have to now say, amen. Yeah, that it ain't nothing else to it. Everybody that you get with ends up going downhill. What the fuck's going on over there in those houses? What is going on over there? Now Corey's over there with Chris. He seemed to be in control. As long as he's in control, I don't know. Maybe he'll be okay. He seems to be enjoying his little. This is gonna play. Let me see. Now, shout out to the Truth Show. I asked her if I can use the video for
Hello.
This. Hold on, Truth Show. So if she has any issues with that, I'm sure she'll reach out to me.
Welcome.
And I can totally understand her doing that, because I don't think she responded yet. But this is from the Truth Show as it goes. Let me go to this first, because I want y'all to know, if I have it, what Kanye said. Video. I don't do a. So you probably heard what Kanye said. I already talked to you about what Kanye said about Harriet Tubman. So this is Truth Show trying to basically explaining to us how is it that, let me make sure y'all can see this though, because I be tripping. I be going too fast. Too many things to touch. Tip, tap, touch for y'all to see this, to do that. Okay, no, y'all couldn't. Okay. So, yeah. She gonna explain why Kanye West had a point to what he was saying. Yeah, this is the type of stuff that I like to show, because I like her perspective. Check it out.
Truth Show. In this video, I will be talking about the controversy with Kanye West and his remarks about Harriet Tubman and her not really freeing slaves. Was he telling the truth? Let's talk. Here we go again. I mean, this is the Truth Show, and there's more. Oh, I'm not done yet. Oh, and there's more. Oh, I'm not done yet. I mean, this is the Truth Show. Oh, yes. Okay, most of you have witnessed and heard of the rally with Kanye West in South Carolina, whereas he breaks down how he almost had Kim abort the pregnancy of North. That made him very emotional. I can understand that. He loves his daughter very much. But what really stuck out, again, shook the brainwashed sheep of the world, was his comment about Harriet Tubman, who we're all taught was a pioneer of freeing slaves. This is what he said: that she didn't really free slaves, she just had them go work for white people. Hence, in the North, where they were shipping the slaves, that was called modern day slavery. Guess what? He wasn't lying. With that, let's go back in time. You see, I call it modern day slavery because the states where they snuck into didn't have slavery, well, legally anyway, but they did have slaves and they needed the help. But at this time, all the southern states had all the slaves. So it was recorded that the North, white owners who didn't call them slaves, but however, blacks, Negroes, did work for them like they were. They funded and helped start the underground port stations, aka the Underground Railroad. They even supplied food, weapons, and money to Harriet Tubman to provide these modern day slaves they snuck up north. Why do you think she survived so long and was able to pull this off and have other white families provide port stops in their backyards and basements and so on? Because she was getting paid for it. Don't get it twisted, they recruited many before her to help pull this off, this illegal trading, but none of them survived. Heck, they were so honored by her services. She was one of few whose stories outshined many, whose story they allowed in many history books, who got elected as the new face of the $20 bill that Trump put a stop to, of course. Not surprised. Not downplaying much of what she said, just giving you a clear insight of what she really did. Harriet Tubman was the underground slave transporter for the North. Yes, the North had many more free slaves, and they weren't getting killed and tortured as much and so on like they were down south. But the slaves weren't free from working for the whites. They went from being slaves to slave work, but a little less dramatic, you see. So yes, Kanye was telling the truth, but since the media has already labeled him as crazy, they don't believe anything he say. Even what he's saying is the truth, like slavery was a choice comment. Let's examine that for a moment, okay? Yet again.
So, what do y'all think about that? She brought the facts, and I have to say that and if I didn't see your comment, because Candy West, I did check I have to go and change the settings. I have to approve some comments, but I'm going to go in and change the settings. I just released the comment you put down because I didn't see it earlier. I had to look at it through my phone, and I did to reply to what you were saying. Is that it's something you said something about the melanin? And you are absolutely right. There you go. It says, you said it has everything to do with us because they only want our melanin to preserve their white supremacy. He called them that too. And you know what? I'm gonna definitely be looking into that more. See, my mind, I didn't think all into that, because I am coming from a perception that I don't know. It never just stuck with me that people would suck to your melanin like that so bad. But you know what? I guess it did, because we are beautiful, for one. And because who don't want a mixed baby, okay? Who don't want a black child? I believe that there, of course, people want to mix race, and they want that mixed blood. And I mean, it's obvious that the way they dress, the way they act, how they get their lips done. Because Kylie turned to a whole different person. So I guess it is very obvious that they was interested in our melanin, in Kanye melanin. Kanye has beautiful skin. I just love the red under the skin. I love it. Love it, love it. He's brown, but he got that nice red in his skin. Look at his features. He got a strong structure in his face. He letting himself go, getting a little older now. He billionaire. He don't really care, but he can get down if he wants to. He got nice hair. Kanye got that Chicago swag, which I love. That Chicago swag, I do. So yeah, I used to talk to a guy from Chicago. His slang was so cool and just so like down to earth, and I just liked being around him. He was just like so interesting. So I love that Chicago. He got that swag. Kim liked that swag. She liked that black, that melanin. Absolutely agree. Adam said they touched on that slave work in the Harriet movie. I'm gonna have to watch that. People kept talking about it. I didn't even want to watch it because of everything that people were saying. Let me look at my phone, make sure that these comments coming up, and I can show them if they not. Let me see. Okay, they all up. Yeah, I didn't watch that movie specifically for that. One thing Choppa said that I agree with, and he talked about, which trying to articulate what Kanye was saying, what he was trying to say. He mentioned about the guns. If you look at Chicago, y'all, oh my God, it's just sad. It's like a war zone. They are killing. Somebody went up in a funeral, to a funeral, whatever, and they shot up at a funeral. I mean, it's a war zone, but who's giving them guns? Who's giving them guns? And that's what the governor, that's what the mayor is saying. You trying to bring federal FBI over here, but why don't you look at who's giving them the guns? They not just getting guns. They don't even have, they got felonies. Who's selling them these guns? What's going on over there in Shy? What's going on? What's going on? Something's over there. Something's going on over there. That's a little off what I'm trying to say here, but just to bring that back. Yeah, so Trump he made a statement again that he's going to send, what did they call it, y'all? D.O.F. somebody. He's going to bring the feds over there, which people are saying he's making that look, it's going to look like they're going to have soldiers over there. The word escapes me. But yes, it's awful. So I want to get into now what Kim said, because Kanye just tweeted some stuff too. He's on a chill note now. One thing I do gotta say that I love about him, he might have deleted some of his texts because he really do love Kim. He loves Kim. He loves her. So I think he deleted, I want to say he deleted maybe the bad one about her. One of them, because he still got all those text messages up. So Kanye say what he feel. He ain't changing his damn mind. And I like that. It shows me, I don't know about you, but it shows me that I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. Like I said in the title, he just don't give a fuck. And yes, I believe that Kanye just don't give a fuck. Because if he gave a fuck, he would delete all of that on his Twitter. He would just delete it and say, what the hell did I do? He ain't do that. It's still on his Twitter. So that lets me know it's not just that he's manic. According to a doctor, he is though. Because when he goes out on these rampages, I was scared. I was really scared. Kanye, you scaring me. You're making me think you're going to do something to yourself. So we don't know what to think. We're just scared. This is what a doctor, I'm going to read this little quick thing, what the doctor said about Kanye. I believe she's a psychiatrist, said about, and shout out to the Neighborhood Talk too. Make sure I give these people their credit. This is they have a YouTube channel. Also, they have a blog on Instagram. So this is where we get all this information from firsthand. You always get the updated when you go to these blog sites. Dr. Imani weighs in. Dang, she said a lot. I don't know if I'm going to read all that. Hold up, y'all. She said, let's just read some of it. Jeez. He had people going off. People that care about him. She says, Kanye is very ill. This is a mania. I understand how frustrating this can be, but this is truly what bipolar disorder can look like. It's sad that he has no insight currently to get better. I hope he does find help soon. Now, this is my thoughts. I feel like Kanye don't trust these motherfuckers. I feel like he said, they trying 51 me, y'all. They trying to send me to the psychiatrist to put the white jacket on me. That's what he said. So obviously Kanye is I don't know if it's that he don't want to get help. I just think he don't trust them. I think the right help he can trust should come to him, because he's in that industry. That industry is wicked, period. It's wicked. Okay? It's wicked. I would never, ever want to be a celebrity. Never. Okay? Where I have to sell my soul. I ain't selling my soul to the devil for nothing. But these people do. It's not just some superficial superstition. They do. They sell their soul, give themselves to Satan and ask him for power, him for fame. They actually do. They do. We know this. This is not a myth. It's real. It's not a conspiracy. It's real. They do. So, because I know this, because there's witchcraft. There's real spells. People do spells. People do. That's what they do. And so, yes, she says that it's sad that he has no insight currently to get better. And I hope he does find help, and soon. Then she says, just to put this in perspective, remember when he shaved his head at the MTV Awards and dissed Taylor Swift? Look at his head today in the 2020 written/shaved in his head. So I don't know if I can't go by that though, Doc, because he's an artist and he's gonna, Kanye is extremist, period. Kanye is an extremist. Kanye is a little bit, maybe a lot eccentric. He obviously he's eccentric, actually. What am I saying? Kanye is an artist. So just shaving his head, putting 2020 on his head, so? Now the outbursts, that's one thing. But she also said, and for the record, I am a Kanye fan. A delusion is defined as a firm, fixed, false belief. Remember the 3 F's when it comes to delusions. Delusions of grandiosity. Grandiosity is a symptom of mania, like we are seeing here. It doesn't quite make sense to have a campaign rally so late in 2020, right? Right, that's true. Like, where'd that come from? You just want to run for president and bam, I'll do it. No real plan. And I think part of that is that billionaire spoiled mentality. I got the means, I got the money, I can and I will. People love me. They gonna accept me. And if they don't, I don't give a damn. I love me enough. So yeah, I think she's right. I do think that was like very out of the blue. I mean, like, bam, I'm gonna run for president. He said it before, yeah. But if you would have really thought it through, you would have been campaigned for that. Like, you just come out of here out wanting a campaign. So, yeah, that does make sense, what she's saying. And then she says, don't try to argue with someone who's delusional. You're wasting your time and theirs. Exactly. You cannot argue with somebody that's not rational. That doesn't take a person with bipolar. Somebody that's mad and all that, you ain't getting nowhere. It's just going to get worse. And I do it all the time, okay? When I'm mad, I'm not the one to argue with. I'm not going to do it. If I'm in a personal relationship, I'm not doing it. If I'm mad, the best thing you can do is get off the phone, or it's really just hard to calm anybody down. The last thing I'm going to read is she says, and if you have ever dealt with someone who is manic, they often resist any attempt to help them. Please know it's not a simple solution. Have empathy for everyone involved. And that's Nina Parker that said that. And I agree. I do. And that's one thing that a lot of people can't agree with Kim. Of course, everyone paints the Kardashians as the enemy. But I do, as I've said multiple times, I have the empathy. I do understand. It's not easy. And I told Kanye, I told Kanye, but I did. I put it on his Twitter, at least, saying, Kanye, maybe that was her only option. Like, you can't, you snapping out, you doing things out, like, embarrassing the family, telling everybody not all your business, but you coming up out of the image that she wants to have anyway. So if you want respect, you want her to respect you. You might not care about the things she care about, and that's any woman. Respect her. And that's what I say. So yes, you do gotta kind of have empathy for. I think it's only reasonable to have empathy. Don't just hate Kardashians because they Kardashians. I mean, I personally see it that way. I can understand Kim and them feeling like, damn it, I'm not saying nothing. I'm tired of going through this. I told Kanye, but at the same time, I also feel like there's something you not doing, honey. Something you not fulfilling him with. You not doing it for him. Because why is he still acting out this way? You ain't doing it for him. Something's missing, lacking, and that's why he's unhappy. He needs someone else. He needs someone else. So, okay, guys, I'm about to wrap it up. It was something else. Just to play this in case y'all haven't, I wanted to talk. I want to play this before I wrap it up. And thank y'all again for coming to the live on such a late notice. And this is what Candace of Real Housewives had to say. I thought, hey, she's getting on Kim. Y'all gonna like this because she's getting on Kim here and telling how she really feel. Very, very much true. True facts. Facts of what she's saying.
Okay, I'm gonna say this one good time. I'm not gonna tweet it because it'll be taken out of context. I don't want to deal with all that. The Kardashians don't give a fuck.
Shout out to Riley and on site.
They could give zero fucks about Kanye West, the man, the person, the black man, the black person. They could give zero. And if that was never clear to any of you before, let this circus that is currently running amok be the exact example that you need to see that. I'm a firm believer in everyone finding their love and finding their partner. And I've tried to never subscribe to the idea that this family is pimping and using.
And that's how I felt.
Okay, I'm going to say this one good time. I'm not going to tweet it because it'll be taken out of context. I don't want to deal with all that. The Kardashians don't give a fuck about Kanye West. They could give zero fucks about Kanye West, the man, the person, the black man, the black person. They could give zero. And if that was never clear to any of you before, let this circus that is currently running amok be the exact example that you need to see that. I'm a firm believer in everyone finding their love and finding their partner. And I've tried to never subscribe to the idea that this family is black men for their advancement. I've always tried to see the good and to see, you know, everyone is attracted to who they're attracted to. And, you know, I'm clearly married to a whole ass white man. But this incident, this chain of events, I cannot ignore what everyone has been saying, what everyone has always said about all of them, all of those women who just conveniently happen to end up with black men. Because if my husband, black, white, purple, Chinese, whatever, was out in the public eye having a manic episode, because that is what this is, having mental breakdowns, because that is what is happening, and making a complete mockery of our political system, black men, I would be gearing up to enroll him in a conservatorship. Y'all want to talk about Britney being locked up and unable to exercise any of her rights because she's in a conservatorship that has been in place for 12 plus years and she's trapped, whatever. I don't know about Britney, but Kanye West needs to be committed temporarily. He is not well. And the fact that his family, the people that he counts on and depends on to take care of him, are allowing him to be out in the world making a complete ass of himself. He's making a complete fool of himself. And I can't even begin to tell you how angry it makes me to see these white women allow this sick black man to be out here looking crazy. I would be gearing up to you don't care about him. You can't care about him. He gave you your swirly children, and he upped your celebrity real estate and helped to change, your fashion and give you, a new storyline. And that's all he's good for. That's what this tells me. That's what I see. Where are you? Where is anyone in that family? Where is anyone? Because at the point where he's breaking down, crying, screaming like a child at a campaign rally, if I'm your wife, I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to retrieve you and take you to the back, and we're going to get you some help. You are not here for him. This man is crying out, and you are not here for him. And it's disgusting to me. I'm disgusted. And honestly, I'm never one for you. I'm never one to subscribe to cancel culture. And I tweeted this a couple of days ago. But I'm done with all of them. This whole, oh yeah, I'll be your running mate. You're making a complete and utter mockery of our political system at a time when we need everyone to rally around the proper candidate so that we can get out of this hellhole and move forward. Okay? I'm not here to tell you who to vote for, but I'm here to tell you that what is happening is intentional, and it's I thought it cut off. It's an intentional attack on our political system by these fucking psychos. And I want everyone to be awake and be clear.
So that's what she said. And she, I mean, I felt it. I felt that. What she said is right. What she said is true. And I can't be mad at her. I can't be mad. You're welcome, Hair Options. Definitely, yes, piece in the puzzle. Absolutely. I mean, I can't. She put me in my place. But one thing I like, I felt that way too. I felt that way too. But at the end of the day, she preached to me. Because you can't care. You cannot care. And this man, what I can recognize is this is the umpteenth time this has happened. I think they need to divorce her. Let her go. Get your life back. Let her go. One thing I tweeted and I Instagram DM'd everything. Prayed. Kanye, divorce her. Kanye, you can't live on fear. You are afraid. You are afraid. You are afraid. And your fear is manifesting to your child. You're afraid of what's going on over there with your child. If you notice, he always talks about North because Kim had North naturally. She did not have those other kids naturally. Not saying he don't love the other kids, but she carried North. He talked about the emotional bond connection. They almost aborted North. She's special to him. When I saw today that the little girl had lipstick on today, a day after Kanye went off on Twitter, saying that he don't want his daughter being up on Playboy. She had lipstick on today, which means Kim is not giving a fuck. Kim is not listening to him. She's not helping him. She's not there for him. So Candace is right. And I understand Kanye don't trust his daughter with them. He don't want her to be like you, Kim. He don't want her to be a whore. Yes, he messed around. He slept with you. He fell for you. He looked at you. He was drawn in by Jezebel. That's what happened. He got caught up with the wrong woman. Looking for the wrong things, looking for the outside like y'all men keep doing. Not all of you. I'm talking about people like 50 Cent, Lil Wayne that say they like exotic looking women. And look where it got you. You got caught up in the devil's snare. In the devil's snare. And she's absolutely right. Now, I want the best for Kanye. Care about him, love him. And I won't give up on him because it's not in me to do that. So I would only hope that he leaves that woman. Adam said, but I agree that the Kardashians don't have him in their best interest. I agree because I mean, this is not the first time this has happened. Had it been me, had it been you, what would you have done by now? How would you? It wouldn't be like that with me, cause I'm snatching you up with my little ass. Okay, I'm little, but I'm still. I'm not gonna go too far, okay? Cause yeah, but I'm definitely not gonna sit back and not care and be nonchalant and put makeup on my daughter when my husband is telling me, crying and telling me, I don't want my daughter wearing lipstick. I don't want my daughter doing this. This is what you. Kanye made a song with Nicki. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is pregnant and I'm so glad. I forgot to mention that, but you know what? When Nicki and Kanye, they just did a song on his last album. And damn it, it's not coming to me at this second. He sung about North. He wants North. He wanted to do ballerina, not be, not being Playboy. He hoped that she don't get curves under her dress. I know this nerves. I know it's purrs all on the net. Kanye is a genius as I think about his music. When Kanye went on that rant yesterday, I began to go on a rant in his DM in a loving way. Kanye began to say, I'm going to go focus on my music. Kanye, it should not be this continuing to happen. You're not doing your job, Kim. You can't fulfill him. You're not good enough for him. You're not satisfying him. And bitch, I'm going to call you that because it's been too many damn times that this man has went off like that. And you ain't doing nothing to help. So you don't got it. All this fucking fake stuff that y'all put on is not giving you anything that fulfills a black man at this point. And I'm going to say it because I've never said it. I gave them all the space in the world. I gave them passes. I didn't even want to, but it is what it is. It is what it is. He needs to divorce her. And if you don't like it, you divorce him. You divorce him. This is not working. It's not working. So anyway, I didn't mean to go off. I want to thank y'all again. And very grateful that y'all stuck in here. We'll be back to talk about more. I'm sure there's going to be more. Keep Kanye in your prayers. If you can, if you will, if you know how, just keep him in your prayers. Keep his daughter in your prayers. He's worried about his daughter. I know he's worried about her. He's concerned about her. He want to get back to his bloodline, to his family. He feels lost. The man is lost. He's went on Twitter talking about it. Listen to what he's saying in the context of what he's saying. He's saying when he talked about his mom, he broke down and cried when he said his dad was too busy. That's when the tears came. His dad wasn't around for him. And his mom, she loved him. She was there. She had patience for him. He messed around and she's gone. And he married a woman that's nothing like her. Nothing like her. And he knows that. He knows that his mom wouldn't want him with her. He know that. That's why he fighting himself, because he knows he has to leave this stuff behind. But he also feels scared because he feels like he won't get custody of his daughter because of his public acts. And it makes him more and more and more and more and more upset, more and more emotional, more mania. If that maniatic, I guess, I don't know. So these are the things we gotta consider when we the man's not just flirting. There's problems in his head. He in that wicked industry. They are wicked. Kim and them, they bathe in blood. These are the things that we wasn't doing. We was taught not to do that. I was taught that the Bible told me, because I was raised by the Bible, that he says don't drink any blood. Specifically, bam, literally, don't. You will not drink anything living. Don't. I look over at some of the countries over there in the motherland. Not all of them, but I saw one video I was looking at. And MTV had that show when they had the rich people, kids, parents sent them over to the poorest places in the world. And Africa is not the poorest place, actually the richest, but in certain spots. And they took and they cut that calf, put a cup up to the calf, a living damn calf, a cow. Put the blood cup, Let the blood pour milk, stirred it up, and drink it. And you wonder why there's famine. You wonder why there's sickness and pestilence. You wonder why the land is cursed. Because you keep cursing yourself when you keep disobeying what God said. He said it for a reason. He didn't say it because he don't want you to have fun. He said it because it's forbidden. He said it because he knew that in the blood is life. Life is in the blood. Whatever you put in you is what's coming out. You putting calf blood in you, a living animal, that's like spiritual. It's wicked. It's filthy. So you wonder why. America's even cursed as we close. America is cursed with a curse. With a curse. And don't think that this is not happening for the New World Order, because it is. Look outside. Just look. It looks like a movie. We're wearing masks. Everybody looks sick. We are wearing masks like we looked at them. We've looked at these movies for years. And now we're here. So yeah, it's a lot that we're going through right now. Guys, I'm about to roll. We definitely coming back. Make sure y'all meet me. I will be back tomorrow. I will try to be back at 7:30. Trying to keep my word. And thank you so much. I do love you and I appreciate you for being here. Y'all have a